What's shaking, Chewy Nation? ChewbaccaLemma here, back with another Madden 18 Ultimate Team video. Today we're going to talk about how to get one of these MUT Heroes for basically free, by grinding, we'll say. So you can get it for free just by playing the game. So that's great. Now, first things first, I will tell you that if you're Legendary tier, you'll even make some coins. If you're not Legendary tier, it may cost you a tad. Outside of that, it's going to cost you a little bit, but still probably won't be that expensive. I'll just tell you that, even if you're not Legendary tier. So let's first talk about the solos. So 32 in all. The good thing is half of them are on arcade, the first half of defense, and then the last half is competitive, same with offense and defense. And you're like, well, that's kind of lame. They made them competitive. I don't know why they do what they do. You know, I just don't know. But I will tell you this. So they are first half arcade. Those are obviously easy. Second half are competitive. They are all like 2 minutes left in the game at most. You need to score a touchdown, or on the defensive ones, just hold them out of the end zone, basically. Sometimes you got to stop them, then go score a touchdown. But they're pretty easy because their players are just not that good. You'll have like plus 10 speed advantages and stuff if you have a good team. So you can still, even on competitive, just lob it up. And even if they don't burn them, which a lot of times they will, they can aggressive catch it and all that stuff. It is pretty easy overall. The solos, even on competitive, pretty easy. So that's good. So you play the solos, you do that, and when you go into solos, okay, you go into them, make sure, this is just a little bit of friendly advice, you got your Excel clock at 10 seconds. Some think that if you do quick presentation, it makes it go by faster. I don't really notice it. Maybe I should do that, but you can switch it over. But yeah, 10 seconds. Change this in your settings before you go into MUT. Save those settings. That way you don't have to keep changing it every time. Just change it once before you go into MUT. It's a little friendly advice that maybe you didn't know. Okay, so you do that. You do all your solos. You got Legendary tier. You should have got 4 sidekicks from doing that. So you go into your sets. Now I've already done it because I'm cool, but you go in here and there's a couple things you got to know. First, you get 2 90 overalls from completing the set. Use one of them to get 9 sidekicks, because you're going to need those sidekicks. Those are auctionable as well, so if you have any left over, go ahead and sell them, all right? Go ahead and sell them. But you go ahead, you get this, you get the 9 sidekicks, plus the sidekicks you got from doing the solos, plus the ones from your MUT rewards. If you got those, again, you can sign up on EA, just type in EA Madden rewards or whatever. It's on the EA's webpage. If you just basically, if you open up packs, you get, you know, better rewards, but they hardly ever give you anything out of it. But this time they did, thankfully. Not really much out of it, but a little bit. And really, you don't have to spend money. You can open up like 500 coin packs. Those still count. So anyway, then once you have that, you now can do one of these sets. Now, I did Josh Gordon. I'm not going to tell you that's the best one to do. I noticed like right after I did it, there was like a Rashad Jones that sold for like 500K. I sold mine for 420K. So definitely do some research before you do it to see which one's going for the most at the time. Overall, you should make sure you're doing one that's worth like 400K. Oh, it depends on when you're doing this. It could be worth 300K. These are going to keep falling, so it's hard for me to say what the value should be, but do ones that go for more. All right? Probably good tip if you're going to sell it. If you're just going to use the card, then do whichever one you want. But I would still probably do the most expensive one just in general, because then you can sell it. But anyway, and then sell it, and then get the one you want. Buy the one you want, because you can probably get it for a lot cheaper. But let's talk about it. All right, so I did Josh Gordon. So let's just go into the Josh Gordon set. So you need 84 overall sidekicks. Now you'll get most of these by just doing the solos and your legendary rewards. You will be 4 shy. Now, the good thing is you can go ahead and trade in one of these 90 overalls that you did from the solos, and you get 9 more. And now you have 5 extra. Well, that's great because you have to get an elite token. Well, how much does an elite token go for? Well, we'll go ahead and see. I paid like 40K. Now they're up to 50K, but that's still okay. I mean, I wish it was cheaper, of course, but they're closer to 50K now. So you go ahead, you'll have 5 left over if you're Legendary tier. If you're not Legendary tier, you probably got a couple, so you might be like 6 shy. You know, I don't know, but you're going to be pretty close. And then you're going to have some left over. Of course, make sure when you get your pack from finishing the solos that you pick whichever one you want. Like you pick a 90 overall. You can pick any of them. Make sure you pick the one that you're going to do. So maybe save that till you figure out which one you're going to do. You're going to get an offensive one and defensive one. Now, I did Josh Gordon, and in my other one I did Merciless, and then I just traded him in because I wasn't going to use him anyway. That way I could get 9 more sidekicks. So altogether, 4 shy, I had 5 extra. So then the question is, what do you do with those 5 extra? Well, you sell them, of course. So if you look, those are actually going to be auctionable, and they sell for around 14, a little over 14,000 at this point. You can look to see what they're selling for at the time of you making whenever you're doing it. So now you multiply that by, you had 5 extra, and you 14. I'm just going to multiply by 5 and then take the 10% off. You could do it either way. Multiply that by 5. 14 times 5, if my math is correct, which I hope it is 70,000 coins. Take away the 10%, that is 6,300 coins. Of course, you could take the 10% first and then multiply by 5, but you're still going to get the same number, all right? 63,000 coins you're going to get from selling that. The elite token, how much did it cost? 53,000. Look at that. You still made a profit. Plus, you have a 96 overall player. If you're not legendary tier, you might, it's basically going to, maybe it will be about a wash. You won't have any coins left over. And then you still get that 96 overall that you can sell. And hopefully you pick one that is worth a lot. So let's go ahead and look at, let's go back. We got to go out of this. Let's go look at the ones that are worth the most and the ones that I think will be worth the most whenever you're doing it. So we got that, and hopefully that made some sense. If not, once you get into the solos, it will make more sense when you see all your rewards you get for it and stuff. So, and like I said, they're not very long solos, very quick. Now, 96, 97, let's look at the MUT Heroes, and let's see which ones which ones I think are the best. So, the ones that have power-ups, I think, in general, are the ones that are going to hold value the best, just because people are going to be powering them up and they're going to be bought, I feel like, at a higher pace. Luke Kuechly, right here, I think, okay, this is Demario Davis, absolutely terrible, do not do that one. Luke Kuechly, I think, is a really, really good card. I think people will do this one. I think this is one of the best, definitely. Offensive line, 100%. You see just Costanzo, don't do that one, even though I thought that would be actually worth a little bit more. Kyle Long, considered by a lot of the community to be the best MUT hero. Really good. And then just go through and just see which ones go for the most. I guess I should sort by buy now, that'd probably be better. You see Andrews, I don't even know if there is a right guard. You see, okay, so you go through, see which ones go for the most. Use MUThead to see how much they're selling, because sometimes they may, like this one is the only one up, but they might only be selling for like 350. So make sure to check that. The last I checked, Merciless was going, yep, you see, going for a nice chunk as well. And strong safety, Rashad Jones going for around 400. I saw one sell for like 530 when I sold my Josh Gordon. And you see Demarius, you got, they haven't really moved much since, but still, make sure you're doing, you know, like, they're going to keep falling, so I would say do it as soon as possible. But yeah, make sure to pick ones, like, that are going for a decent amount. Don't do any Demario Davises or probably Roosevelt Knicks. Well, maybe he will go. He won't. There's no ways. Well, I guess there's a way, but I personally would not do a Roosevelt Knicks. But yeah, make sure you're picking ones that are selling, I would say a lot, ones that are really popular. Ones that have power-ups, I think, generally are going to probably sell, like, just more consistently. But definitely look that up. I think Kyle Long is probably the best overall. Maybe I'm not going to say it's the best MUT hero, because I'm going to save a video for that, but the one that will sell the most consistently, because people seem to really like that card. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this did make sense. Make sure to do your solos, and then if you have legendary tier, make sure to put that 90 overall into a set to get 984 overalls. Put them all in. Whatever you have left over, sell them. That should be enough to cover your elite token. And you have now a 96 overall, as well as a few extra coins if you were legendary tier. So I hope you guys did enjoy. You guys are absolutely incredible. You guys have been absolutely incredible. And make sure to be on the lookout for my top 5 MUT hero video dropping later tonight. That's all I got. ChewbaccaLemma, out.
I know that's that. I know that. God save me, he hold it back.